NBA 2K19 tutorial number 23. Today is going to be a detailed breakdown on how to steal the ball. Yes, I'm going to show you all the methods available to you on 2K19 to steal effectively. And we're also going to test if 2K19 still has the well-known steal glitch animation from previous 2Ks. And at the same time, I'm going to also show you how to avoid getting your ball stolen by others, because after this tutorial, you're going to be very good at stealing other people's balls. Yes. So if you haven't seen my previous tutorials, please make sure you go to my channel and check out my channel homepage and check out my all 2K19 tutorials playlist to see previous tutorials and also future ones after this one. So one of the ways to steal the ball in 2K19 is the body steal. So I'm going to show you all the ways first before I break them down on how to do it. So that's the body steal, as you can see there on an online game. Here in another online game, you can see this is the CPU passing lane steal, which is also very prominent this year. And this is a user bait steal, which is also very effective in 19. And lastly, there is the infamous user on-ball steal, just as deadly, just as effective, and most of the time leading to easy dunks the other way. So now let's take a look at how to actually do these consistently. So in terms of the body steal in an online setting or against your friends, the key is to always put the majority of your body away from the ball side. That will give you a body steal. You can see where the red line is and see where the user defender Jaylen Brown is across from it. Because the majority of his body is away from the handler, you can see as the handler crosses the ball into the defender, the ball gets body stolen. That's key. So same thing here again, another steal, but same principle. You can see the on-ball defender Jaylen Brown is once again majority of his body is away from the handler's ball side and away from the handler. And as the handler makes the mistake of bringing the ball across, and you can see again another body steal. And this is the theme, this is the skill gap. The placement of your body is key. Watch again, the same positioning also works if you put majority of your body to the ball side. So in this case, the on-ball defender, the user is controlling Curry. And you can see Curry standing on majority of his body on the ball side this time. So it's not going to be a body steal, it's just going to be a straight up like rip ball incident where the ball just comes right out. Similar to a body steal, but because it's ball side, so it's more like an on-ball swipe and steal. Now, good on-ball reaching essentially is all about positioning. You can see me here again as Oladipo, and majority of my body is once again away from the ball on the handle. I didn't get it that time, but I trigger it again, and you can see once again majority of my body is away from the handler, but most of my body is towards the ball. That's the key. If you do that and you click square or click the steal button, you are more than likely to steal the ball most of the time as an on-ball defender. Same thing here again. As the handler brings the ball up, you can see I've already shifted my Oladipo, so majority of his body is on the ball side, away from the handler. You can see, like, look at the body. My body is nowhere near the handler's body, but my hand is lined up with the ball. This kind of positioning is perfect. Click steal right now and you are gonna get the ball in 2K19. That's the key. You have to position majority, like 80% of your body onto the side where the ball is, or where the ball isn't if you want to like get the ball on a crossover. You can see same thing here again. I have placed majority of my body expecting the handler to cross. So now majority of my body is on the right side, but as the handler crosses to the right, I have anticipated the cross. I tap square to reach for it. Bang! Right there. All ball. All day long. Like non-stop. This is offline against Hall of Fame. Same thing. So you can see here again, same principle. I have shifted majority of my body, this time towards the ball side. You can see 80% of my body is where the ball is, where the handler isn't. And I'm going to swipe. And I'm going to touch the ball, make tangible impact with it all day. Same thing here again, same principle. As the handler brings the ball up, I shift my body right now, 80% of it is towards the ball, and I swipe. That's how you do it. So this is an online setting, and you can see I've shifted my 100% of my body this time because it's a help side pinch steal. That's how you get these so much, right? And I swipe. But unfortunately, the steal glitch animation still exists on 2K19. So you can see clearly, I swiped the entire ball there, like my hand went right through it. So that's the steal glitch animation. It's still there, but the good news is it happens less. So same thing here again, you can see my Shaun Livingston is 80% of his body is away from the handler and on the ball side where the ball is, so then I'm just gonna swipe steal. And the steal glitch incidents do happen a lot less though, as you can see this time. Like I've earned the steal twice already, but this time I actually got the ball. Not really, but I hit the ball. I didn't get it, but I hit it, which broke down the offense, so it still kind of worked out to my favor. And you can see in this incident I'm Collison, and I've shifted him like 120% of his body is away from the ball. So, but majority of my body is at the ball, but not at the handler. That's the goal. And now I'm gonna swipe. Now, if you look at the replay here, watch me shift my body completely away from the handler. 80% of my body is away from the handler's body, and where the ball side is. In this incident, I'm gonna swipe, and I got nothing but ball. But this is the steal glitch animation, unfortunately, so I didn't get to steal it. But yeah, that's just how it is. Now, also make sure when you do get the kickover, just go for on-ball steals. Don't even really shift the body too much. Just swipe, because with a defensive takeover badge, it's kind of OP. So, but if you keep the same principle, though, it's gonna get you even more steals. But yeah, that badge OP. Now, at the same time though, the other ways to steal. CPU defenders in the passing lane this year will steal everything going to the dead zone. By dead zone, I mean deep into the paint. So you can see this is an online game, and the user tries to chuck the ball inside to the paint to Tatum, but that's a dead zone pass deep in the paint, and the CPU defender was in between. They are gonna steal this. This is not like previous 2Ks where that pass actually goes into the paint. You can see here, the user is running a pick and roll online setting against Bogut, and Bogut is wide open in the painter. In previous 2K, this dead zone pass is automatic, but when I said CPU defender in between dead zone pass, ball tangibility becomes like 150%. So they're gonna hit the ball. You can't make this pass. And as the user on defense, you don't have to do too much on these, really, because if the other user is, I guess, silly enough to throw a pass with a defender in between, CPU defender is likely really a lot of the time gonna steal it. And that's kind of just, you're gonna get these if you put your defender in good position and if the other user is just rushing his passes. Like in this incident, this is just a rush pass going to Horford, but like you can see Computer Tatum sees it, pokes it, steals it, game over. Now, but as the user defender yourself, what you really want to focus on is you really want to position the CPU defender in between the passing lane and, you know, let it go to work, let the AI go to work. You see, I'm Bogut here, and I'm shifting my Bogut in between the other Bogut, and I'm right in the dead zone. Then I shift away because I want to become Clay to challenge the shot. But because I've shifted Bogut to the correct position, he steals it for me. So that's just me helping myself. But you can see the other user here on the online setting. He's using the blue Bogut, and he's putting his Bogut's hands up, and he's putting himself in between the passing lane. User defender in the passing lane is just much more ball tangibility, and you can see the ball is knocked loose and stolen. And here is an excellent user control passing lane defense versus fade. This is kind of like fading. He sees the fade, so he backs up a little bit. And this is my buddy Money J2K, by the way, long-time subscriber and a long-time 2K fan and friend. And you can see he baited there, and he was able to get the steal because he was in between the passing lane where I was trying to go to the fade to Al Horford. And here you can see is excellent baiting on obvious swing pass option. So you can see the user here is controlling the black Celtics team, and as the white Celtics team swings the ball around, you can see the user control Tatum. Right now, Money J2K, he's in the free throw line circle, but he's gonna back up and then go in front, anticipating a swinging pass to come, and he plays in between, and he clicks square, knocks the ball loose. That's good, excellent user baiting, and that's a well-deserved steal. And here you can see in this case, my white Celtics is gonna bait on these corner kicks out. So I've shut down the opposing interior defense. And I expect the user Al Horford to swing this to the opposite corner on Smart. So you can see I'm already running to Smart with Jaylen Brown, and I was able to anticipate this and just knock it out. That's good user off-ball steal. So it comes down to this: a steal is on 2K19 too OP. A lot of users think so, as you can see from many incidents of the ball being stolen here, online, offline, and whatever. I don't think so at all. I believe it is actually completely fair, because as you guys saw, majority of these steals are the passer's fault, because they don't recognize there's a defender in between the passing lanes. So those you can't argue with. And then any of the bait passes that the user was able to bait off ball versus the other user, well, that's just the off ball user doing a good job baiting the other user, and for him to throw a bad pass where the other guy is going to anticipate where to steal it. And as for the on ball steals, where I'm teaching you to shift majority of your body away from the handler and then attempt the steal, that's actually a very good skill gap technique. But understand this though, if you shift majority of your body away from the handler, then the handler can just drive where you are and attack you. And if they don't do that well enough, and if you can somehow still cut them off, well, that's just, you have good stick skill, so you deserve to steal the damn ball. So there you have it. Just, you gotta understand these concepts. And as you understand them, how to steal the ball, on the opposing side, you will understand better how to avoid getting your ball stolen because you know how to steal it now. You know the passing lane, the on-ball body shift. Like then if you see the other guy shift the body, like maybe don't, attack so violently or like not careful enough. At the same time, obviously don't throw passes when there's a defender in between passing lanes. And if someone's baiting you, then you're gonna be able to read it. Bait the baiter, right? But it's all skill gap. So this is fair. Now the thing that is kind of OP is when the other guy gets the takeover badge, and then if he spams steals, he might get it. But that's just something you have to be aware of. It's not like the guy gets takeover badge every game. So if he does, then you're just gonna call some plays or switch the handler around. Pass it around, move the ball, call some touch. Basketball, right? I like the steal this year, and now I have showed you, how you can steal it. If you got any questions about the body shifting, then watch the video again and just focus on that red line, superimpose onto the gameplay for you. That's where every time you want to put your body. If you guys look at those clips on the previous ones again, on the on-ball steals, if you look at it, you can see me actually place my body at a very similar distance, like every time. In terms of every on-ball steal, I do try to attempt all the body steal, right? So work on that. Let me know how this works out for you. And as always, thanks for coming by, and I will see all of you next time.